everybody's doing good today. It's been a beautiful sunshiny day. Welcome to Meal Prep Monday on Thursday. Or we could say Air Fryer Friday on Thursday. But we're not using the air fryer and we're not meal prepping. We're sort of meal prepping because we're making Mayhaw jalapeno jelly. My husband's jalapeno plants are happy. We have a ton of them. Now he says they're not hot, but they're probably hot. However, Lois, my brother's fiance, says some are hot and some are not. I don't know. I cut the seeds out of all of them if I'm gonna eat them, and we're actually gonna put some jalapenos in our dish. So, in our cabo dish. So I do eat them, I just cut the seeds out first. So, Jalapeño Mayhaw jelly, I do it in the blender because jalapenos, they get in my chest when I'm cooking them, they get under my fingernails, and I don't, all inclusive, all in the blender. So we use the jam setting. So if you have the blender and you're not using it for jam, you're missing out. It's easy peasy. So all I have in here is 3 cups of Mayhaw concentrated Mayhaw juice, and 1 box of pectin. That's all I'm putting in it for right now. I'm gonna set it on the blender base, and I'm hoping it's not gonna be too loud back here. I know it has to come up to temp before it even gets started, so let me spin it around to the jam section and get that started. Now it'll go for a minute just to mix it all up. And then it's going to start coming up to temp. And y'all know our blender cooks. Yes, it is a Deluxe cooking blender. Hopefully it's not going to be too loud. So that guy has earned a place on my countertop now. I usually keep it pushed up under the counter or even in the cabinet. But since we've started doing those Slim Fast shakes every day, smoothies actually, I just add a scoop of Slim Fast to whatever smoothie I'm making. Anyway, it just stays out on the countertop. I'm peeling some garlic right now. I've already got a drizzle of olive oil in my pan here. I just wanted to get the jelly on making before we started this other, or finished it off, I should say. So this dish Louise made for us, it is delicious. I actually had it, I had it as a side. I had it wrapped in a tortilla. I had it in an omelet. It's delicious. And it's another way to use all that summer zucchini. I haven't tried it yet with yellow squash, but I'm sure it would be great with yellow squash as well. So, he did a lovely mixture of zucchini, garlic, onions, and green peppers, and corn, fresh corn. So I have most of those things. I don't have the green peppers that he used, but I've already made it a couple of times with jalapenos, and it's delicious. So I'll be sure and share the recipe. Also, just want to slice the garlic in here. And I'm going to go ahead and add the corn too, because the corn is straight out of the garden, straight off the cob. So I want to get that cooking as well. Now he finished his with some sour cream. I didn't have sour cream the first time I made it. So I used cream cheese and it was fantastic. Y'all know that the hub says he does not like cream cheese, but guess what? He ate it, he loved it, and none the wiser. So this is just the kernels off of one good size ear of sweet corn. Get that cooking too. Cut my zucchini. I'm also going to make a salad that Cecilia shared with me. We've made it a couple of times, Cecilia, if you watch this later. With Italian dressing, red onion, cucumber, and tomatoes. All from the except the red onion. Although we did have some red onions up front in the big garden. Just cutting up the zucchini while the blender does its thing behind me. I have a new phone I'm getting used to. Hoping that these lives will be clearer for you guys. And I don't know that this is going to go on long enough for y'all to see the end product of the jam behind me. The jelly, I should say. Now, because they're hot, I don't know how hot they are. Lynn says they're not. We'll see. I thought I'd just start this first batch of jelly with just 5. And I'm going to leave the seeds in. And y'all hear it pulsating back behind me. So 2, 4, 5. So it's going to grind these jalapenos up to nothing. I'm just cutting them in half. Really, the less I mess with jalapenos, the better I like it. Just taking my flexible cutting mat over, and I'm just going to dump them in the blender. Y'all can kind of see the blender over there in the corner. If you can see and you can tell, there's a lot of foam on the top. You know, jelly makers know that you're going to get foam whenever you make jelly. That'll all settle down when I add the sugar. But you never want to, if you're making jelly in your blender, you never really want to go over that about 3 cup mark, because by the time you add sugar, it's going to fill that blender up a little bit more, and you just want to be, you don't want to overdo it. It really shouldn't have any more than 7 to 8 cups. Really 7 is your cutoff. You don't want a big mess in your kitchen. I found a green a green tomato. Actually, it found me. I was pulling a couple of red tomatoes yesterday, and the green one fell off. Broke my heart. It's really a little too hard to even fry. I like to fry green tomatoes that are just starting to turn. I call them blushing. When they just start to blush, then they're ready to go in the grease. So I thought it would cook in with this as well. So I'm doing all this green stuff in this mixture here. Give it a little stir around. So I got garlic, again, garlic, onions, zucchini, 1 corn. I have 1 zucchini, 1 corn. It's probably about half of a large white onion, sweet onion, or a small one would be fine. You know, it's just up to your taste. And I put that small green tomato in there, and that's going to cook down as well. I think I'm going to add a lid. Let it simmer a little bit. Salt and pepper. While I get the rest of the jalapenos. Now for this, I'm just going to put 4 in, and I'm de-seeding them, like I said. Dalton is actually coming in Saturday, so I'll probably do some of this and leave the seeds in. Some of them, he likes it hot. I mean, Lynn does too, but Dawson and I we outvote him when Dalton's not here. Just slicing them. I took the stem off, slicing them in half. And I'm going to take the strawberry end of my core more and just pull that out. Pull the seeds out. I think this is on the outlet right now, guys. I don't remember how much it is, but I do know it's on the outlet, or it was. I haven't checked lately. I meant to do that before I jumped on. So the Mayhaws are officially over. pretty sure I picked up the last of them last night. There's a couple down there. Hey, Miss Regina. We're doing Mayhaw jalapeno jelly in the blender. Switch here in the background. So taking all of these out. So for those of you that are friends with my son, sure y'all saw the happy news. We're getting a daughter-in-law. I'm so excited. Asked yesterday at the Biltmore, they're on vacation. They're in North Carolina. And she said yes. Now I'm slicing these again in half. So the jalapenos are going to be quartered, I guess you would call it. There's going to be a couple of seeds in it, but not a lot, because I don't want it to be a hot dish. Right. All of these in the pot. Now, I'm going to try out cutting mats, because since I've cut the jalapenos on this one, it's going to make whatever else I cut jalapeno hot, and I don't want that. All right. Put it. These seeds in the trash. I try not to put too many seeds in the compost because I'd have little jalapeno plants coming up everywhere. Quick rinse of my knife and my hands. I hate, and I've done it before, I'm sure y'all have too if you've messed with jalapenos at all. Don't wash your hands, scratch your face, scratch your eye. Ugh, dread it like crazy later. Be sure and wash those hands or use rubber gloves. A lot of people use plastic gloves when they're messing with jalapenos. Another mat. And let me grab let's do the small glass bowl. I think this is going to be big enough. Okay, now this, let's see, I need the peeler. My serrated peeler is just hanging out in the dish drain because I'm using it every day right now. There are so many cucumbers coming out of that garden, which I'm not complaining. We all love cucumbers. Just chopping up a red onion. And I want it kind of chunky. I want to be able to bite into that red onion. Y'all know the drill. Give it a little twist with the, I do both ends. We had some discussion on a Facebook post about which end to rub around and why we did it. I think a lot of us don't really have a clue why we're doing it. We're just doing it because Mom did it, or Mama did it, or Aunt Susie did it. We're told to do it, so we do it. These are actually, they're kind of misshapen because of where they were hanging on the vine. But these are actually burpless cucumbers, and I haven't had a bitter one yet. They're really good. But some of those pickling cucumbers, they're pretty bitter even if you do rub it a lot. This other one. Rub around. We have a veggie peeler, and I know some of y'all got it for free last night with your orders, but I just prefer this serrated peeler. Or just a regular old paring knife. I do like this peeler though. I guess this thing is going to go the whole time. I haven't made any this season, so it's been probably 10 months since I've made any jam or jelly. Last year, Chelsea and I did a lot of blueberry jam. It was yummy. Probably be doing it again this year. I think she has blueberries coming up for yours, she says. And I have these yummy little yellow pear tomatoes. They're so good. I don't know that they really taste any different than the little red ones, but I like yellow. It's my favorite color. So in my mind, they taste better. So the bigger ones I'm just gonna kind of quarter down. And then the little ones I'm just gonna cut in half unless they're tiny. Like that one. You just probably go in the bowl. Did y'all plant tomatoes this year, Miss Regina? In the backyard. Onion. Probably just a quarter of this onion. You don't want it to be overloaded with onion. Just kind of get equal quantities. I could probably stand some more tomatoes. I'll go out and pick a couple more. There's probably more ready. It's been so hot and humid lately. They're really getting ready fast. Better use this one. Avocado. This is one big old honking avocado. So I got these from HEB Plus, and I actually did a curbside. They did pretty good picking them. Tool. I just always pop the seed out with my knife, and I'm just going to dice it in the skin. And usually if it's ripe enough, you can just kind of gently squeeze the cubes out. This is a perfect one more. Get on out of there in the bowl. Same with this side. Just a little quarter on the avocado. Careful not to cut all the way through, of course. This little star. And these are just about cooked down. We're ready to for the rest of our ingredients. And really, the only other thing I'm going to put in here is about 2 ounces, about a quarter. Let that sit out. Let that hang out for a little while. Of cream cheese, and I have 1/3 less fat. This is what I always buy. I did learn recently that if you're baking with cream cheese, that you're supposed to use full fat. Don't use low fat, 1/3 less fat, no fat. Need all the fat if you're going to bake with it. That would explain some things to me. Spoon. Just a quick mix. So I've got cucumbers, purple onion, avocado, and tomato in this salad. Now I'm going to add the secret ingredient. And again, Miss Cecilia Tucker shared this with me a little while back. Olive Garden Italian dressing. I got this at HEB Plus too. I love this stuff. It's the first time I bought it at the store. I think that's my favorite part about the Olive Garden. I'm just doing a drizzle. She didn't tell me how much, but I just do it to taste. So you don't want it swimming. Hey, Debbie. You don't want it swimming in the salad doesn't need to be swimming in that Italian dressing. But just enough. Look at that. Y'all, this is really good. I suggest you try it. Okay, back to our dish over here. I didn't see what you said, Debbie, but I'm sure you're wondering what we're making. I got some Mayhaw jalapeno jelly going in the blender, and we have a zucchini dish on the stove. We've cooked down one zucchini. I took the kernels off of one ear of corn, fresh sweet corn. We have, what did I do, 2 or 3 jalapenos sliced, de-seeded, sliced again, so there's strips, onions, and sliced garlic. And I'm gonna add now 1/4 of this 8 ounce, so about 2 ounces of cream cheese. Again, you don't want it to be overbearing, you just want it creamy. You don't want your husband who thinks he doesn't like cream cheese to know that you actually put cream cheese in there. And I don't have a clue how close we are on the jelly. It's still coming up to temp. So I'm probably not, I don't want to make you guys hang around for all of that process. It's going to beep in a little bit and it's going to say add. And what I'm going to add at that point is 4 cups of sugar. I'll be sure and share the recipe. And then after it does its thing, all I have to do is pour it in my sterilized jars. I already have these back here, sterilized and ready to go. Seal it. Be sure to wipe the rims first. Seal it, and it's done. So, that's easy too. I'll be sure and share a picture. And I'm just eyeballing this 1/4. And the recipe. I'll share the picture and the recipe. I did use salt and pepper this as well. And it just looks mushy, but I'm just stirring that in. What I'll do is just cover it over. I don't want to break up our, you see that? The zucchini. I'm just going to put the lid on it until the cheese is all creamy and melting in there, and then I'll stir it up. And this is going to be our side tonight. Back in the back, in the rock crock, I actually have a quiche going. I'm going to bring that a little closer to y'all so you can see that too. This is actually a freezer meal, and it's not set yet, but it will be. It only takes about 4 hours in the slow cooker stand. Can you see it? It's coming, getting firm around the side there. This is a spinach and feta quiche that is absolutely delicious. It's actually a freezer meal, and I just took it out today to cook tonight. I put bacon grease in the bottom of the rock crock so it wouldn't stick. And so it'll have that little flavor of bacon without actually having bacon in it. This is just about ready to stir around. Did you know, Debbie, that the rock crock lid fits our 10-inch skillet? And now, since that's melted down a little bit, I'm just going to fold it in. Fold it in. Be a nice side. But like I say, this can go in an omelet. I have no idea what it's called. Luis just said it's something that his mom used to make. He didn't give me the quantities. I've just been playing with it, tweaking it a little bit. But I'll share with you what I've used here, and always build on it. There we go. Okay, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate y'all watching, as always. Oh, there was one more thing I was going to show y'all. I got the new taste buds for the month. The subscription. Recipe subscription that we do. Thought we'd open it together and see what we got. So I don't have a clue. They usually send us an email, so we kind of know, but I didn't even open the email. I'm always pleasantly surprised. It is a summery Southwest. We have Tex-Mex, Southwestern, Chipotle. These are some of my favorites. Yum. I love them all. I think I particularly like Tex-Mex best, but I like Southwestern too. So we have South of the Border Burger. That looks good. And we have Beef Burrito Bowl, y'all. Ah, that looks really good. We might make that on one of our Southwestern fried rice. That's interesting too. I might do that with some farro. That sounds good. So there's white or brown rice, black beans, corn, 2 eggs. Sounds good. I think we'll try it. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me. I hope you guys are having a wonderful beginning to this hot summer. As always, I appreciate y'all. Bye.